Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cooking with the Art Show. I'm super excited about this one, and today we're making a Monte Cristo sandwich with a homemade strawberry jam. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare the jam since we got to cook it and cool it. So we got a pound of strawberries here. We cut off the tops, we quartered them. We got some sugar and lemon. That's it. 3 simple ingredients to make the strawberry jam. First, we're going to start by mashing these strawberries. We are making jam, and jam is mostly like a puree. We're just going to smash them as much as we can here. Release some of the juices. We'll probably mash them again once they're cooked and soften up with the sugar. We just want to get a head start here. Let's make some strawberry mush. Can use a mashed potato tool, potato masher I should say. That's good enough. Again, once it softens up while we're cooking it with the sugar, we'll be able to mash it furthermore. So now we're going to put a pot on the stovetop. I'm going to do about medium-low heat, and we're going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. We are going to let the sugar dissolve. Then we're going to bring it to a boil and let it boil for about 15 minutes while constantly stirring so it doesn't burn. And we need to make sure it gets to a temperature of 220 degrees so it can get jelly-like, so it can set and get that jelly consistency. Sugar's fully dissolved. Now we're going to go ahead and let this come to a boil, turning it up to high. Just going to continue to mash these strawberries. Alright, while that gets going, we're going to go ahead and prepare the sandwich because we are going to have to do something a little special to it. So, first, we're going to cut up this loaf bread right here. I'm using a sourdough loaf. Now, the only reason I'm using sourdough is because, well, 1, I'm a sucker for sourdough, and 2, this is the only thing I found at my local bakery. One thing I like to do is cut my bread upside down because I get more even, uniform slices. Because the top is rounded, so that makes it a bit harder. And I'm going to go with some pretty thick slices here for the sandwich. I'm going to use these 2 here. Monte Cristo sandwich is essentially a ham and cheese sandwich that is covered with a batter, then pan fried. So it's very delicious. Then it's dusted with a bit of powdered sugar and served with strawberry jam. You can have this. Sorry about that, guys. You can have this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or in this case, we're gonna have it for brunch. It's gonna go really great around this time. Alrighty, so we got mayo. I was looking for Dijon mustard, but I found this. This is a garlic mustard aioli. So we got 2 slices of bread. I decided not to throw away the end, so I'm gonna use it to make a triple decker sandwich. We got some white cheese right here. This is a blend of white cheddar and Gruyere. You can use any white cheese. You can even use Swiss. I like to shred it because it melts a lot better. So we're going to do that. First thing is we're going to coat the outside breads with mayo. I'm going to spread that here. This is going to add some moisture and richness. You don't want to put too much because it's not all about the mayo here. We're gonna batter the bread, so that's gonna add some of what we're looking for. So we got that. Next, on the inside bread, we're gonna cover both sides with this mustard. You can use Dijon mustard. I wouldn't really use yellow mustard, it's too intense, but if you like that, you could go for it. So let's make sure we put cheese on the sides that have mayo. Alright, that's good right there. We're gonna use this applewood smoked ham. And I also have some of this turkey breast. We're gonna throw it in just to finish it off. Alright, that's good. Now we're gonna put the mustard side down on this here. We're gonna add more mustard. It's good enough. We're gonna add more cheese on this side here. And then we're gonna throw this on top right there. Got this leftover cheese. Let's do this here. Let's add a little more cheese to this side. Alright, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this next. Let's make sure the ham and turkey doesn't protrude outside the sandwich. We want it all to stay in. We're gonna go ahead and cut the ends off. We're gonna squeeze the bread really, really well right here. This is what we're gonna do. So now, since we're gonna batter this, we want the ingredients to stay inside and shielded from the batter. So we're gonna plastic wrap it, we're gonna smash it, that way the ends seal off. So this is what we're gonna do. Notice how I'm wrapping it tight right there. It's gonna create somewhat of a barrier on the ends. This side too. And then that's good enough. Now we're gonna refrigerate this. Meanwhile, we get this going here. So we're gonna put this back on high. And at this point, we want to add some lemon juice. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons worth, or about half a lemon. You want to add it when you start boiling it. And again, we want this to get to 220 degrees, so a thermometer is key here. And then we just want to constantly stir it so it doesn't burn. I'm just going to continue to mash it here. And I like my jam more of a preserved style, so I'm going to leave some of these chunks in here. I just think it adds to the final product. We got our thermometer here. I'm just going to throw it here in the middle and we're going to check the temp. It's actually well over 220 now. Now the reason you want to get it to 220 is so it gets jelly-like. It's gonna make sure it sets proper. If you didn't get it this hot, it'd be more of a sauce than a jelly. Alright, since we're only making one sandwich, we don't need much of the batter. So it's gonna be an egg batter. We're gonna do 1 egg. A bit of milk. We're doing almond milk. Yeah, just like a splash, couple. We're gonna add a little salt and a little pepper. There you go. Now I have the jam in the freezer so it can cool down a lot faster. And we're gonna go ahead and grill up the sandwich here shortly. All right, let's get into it. We got the sandwich right here. Go ahead and dip it in the egg on both sides. All right, I'm gonna get a dab of butter right here. Start hearing it sizzle. So now we're gonna throw this on there. I'm gonna do a medium-low heat so we make sure that cheese melts. Nice. This smells so good. That butter is delightful. At this point, we're gonna cover it just to get that cheese fully melted. Give it a couple minutes on each side, turn it to low, that way it steams up. Ooh. We're gonna dust it with a little powdered sugar. This jam needs to cool down a bit further, but for the sake of plating here, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little sauce. Bam. And this is a Monte Cristo battered ham and cheese sandwich, powdered sugar, and some homemade strawberry jam. Super excited. I've had this type of sandwich twice in my life. The very first time it was life-changing. Second time was disappointing. So I'm super excited to get back to life-changing. Alright, so this is the final product right here. A again, this is a brunch dish for me. Where to begin? Let's get this bite right here where we got the jam, powdered sugar, and all the good stuff. Oh my God. I am in heaven. Just like the very first time I tried this. Life changing. He got sweet, savory, crunchy, cheesy, fruity, man, meaty. This is a winner on so many levels. That homemade strawberry jam is killer. Wow. Oh my God. I'm gonna try to post this before Mother's Day. And I suggest you guys make this for your mothers on Mother's Day. And if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for joining me.